can't be too careful. Title insurance isn't for what I find. Title insurance is for the things that I can't find or don't even know to look for. I could die tomorrow and leave everything to my child, Christy. There is a way to disinherit your children or anybody else that you don't want to have a claim against your estate, but just ignoring it is not the proper way to do it. The biggest example that I like to give is that we have not always collected IDs or any sort of identification at the table. If somebody walked in and said, "I'm Robin Mathis," everybody's like, "Oh, Robin, nice to meet you." So for probably the last 30 years, we've gotten IDs at the table, sometimes multiple IDs at the table, asking people for a valid photo ID, and they get to the table and their driver's license is expired. Well, that's the whole concept of being valid, is it's not expired. So basically, for 30 out of 60 years, we weren't collecting IDs. I actually had an instance where a real estate agent got mad at me because I was making someone verify who they were. And he said, "I've known them for 20 years. Well, they weren't who they said they were. And I caught it. Bottom line is, she had multiple IDs with multiple names on them. So I had to ask him, "You knew her for 20 years. Who did you know?" So can't be too careful. Going back to the fraud, going back to everything in real estate now. Real estate is getting hit very, very hard. So you need title insurance to protect against the things that I can't find of record. I can't find fraud because I don't know everybody's signature. I can't find disinheritances because I don't know how many children everybody had. I can't verify certain information, and because I can't verify it, and I surely can't verify it for 60 years plus, then title insurance will cover what isn't there, not what is, but what isn't or can't be found. I think one point that we need to know about title insurance is that it is a one-time fee. You purchase it when you purchase the property. It's included in your settlement charges. It's not another monthly fee that you keep up with, like your hazard insurance or flood insurance if that's necessary for you. It's a one-time fee. It covers you for things that have happened in the past, and in some circumstances, it covers things that happen in the future. For example, the person who sells the house to you had their roof replaced, and they didn't pay the roofer. The roofer's going to come after the property, and they're going to file a lien against the property. So mechanics liens are one of those things that it will help you with, as long as you have an ownership into the interest in the property, and even beyond, it can protect you. So after you sell the property and somebody comes back and says, "Oh, I think during the ownership of Robin Mathis, this may have happened," then it can cover you for that. I always tell people to keep their title insurance policies. The biggest thing I learned when I downsized with my children is that they wouldn't come back and get their stuff. So the payback to having to clean out your basement from your children's stuff and toys and lacrosse sticks and whatever they left in your basement is the fact that when you die, they're going to have to come back and go through your paperwork, including your title insurance policies and your old deeds and the junk papers that you saved. Then they get to. So if there's no other reason to keep your title insurance policy, it's comeuppance when your kids leave the house and leave all their garbage in the basement. So keep your title insurance policy. Let your kids throw it away when you die.